on second day of 2009 teen. And I've been seeing this duality of events: synchronistic love, super controlling fear. And the fear isn't stronger than the love. Love is always stronger than the fear. And what we have to do is see every day we wake up as a new year, Christmas Day. There's the present of our consciousness, the gift of our consciousness. And that gift of consciousness is given to us by love's co-creation. Love's co-creation is God, And I am very blessed to have a friend like John who made those early YouTubes on his channel, which gave me this is what this is. And then I started my own, and I was in and yes, we're not alone, Jane, right? And that's truly important. And that is this synchronistic love, that we're not alone, right? And if we expect, Gil Scott Heron had this great song about, waiting 100 years from the man from Washington to bring us our freedom, you know. So if we expect anyone to bring the truth to us, it's not going to happen, you know. We have to take the responsibility to connect with all our relations. And there's people like, Steve, name, the surgeon from Asheville, who's, disclosure's right here, David Wilcox, disclosure's right here. And whatever the disclosure community is giving you is bullpocky, It's like, forget about it. Free will is the tool that we need to use to define the world we want and make it happen, right? And we make it happen in every day and every way when we take a piece of the earth and make it stronger with love's co-creation. It's the only thing that's real. Everything else is illusion. So you have to realize that our little bag of water, our little avatar, it was put together genetically by extraterrestrials, right? And we're just the number whatever round of that experiment, meaning Earth has been played with, since the day it was conceived 6 billion years ago or more. And what's interesting is how the moon is 2 billion years older than the Earth. Eight brothers and sisters who step outside of the box. And with their passion and love for love's co-creation, they do something amazing. All the years she stayed out in the bush with chimpanzees, she showed scientifically that chimps are us. Genetically, they're just a smidgen different. They sense of mortality. They have empathy more than we do. And if you slow down and observe, and that is the key to all things. We need to slow down and observe. In the last few nights of our chats, I have shamanically been twitching things so we can see, look, we've just talked for an hour and a half, and it's, my chronometer says it's been 5 minutes. Oh, look, feels like we've only been talking for 5 minutes, and the chronometer says we've been talking for an hour, right? That is this field when extra, ETs or whoever abducts you and you have missing time. It's that you're put into this time bubble And, you can do it, you know, with technology, or you can do it with love. With technology, it's an illusion. It's magic. One man's magic is another man's illusion. And that, when we went to the world of the eight kings of magic, we saw that. When we went to, fairyland, we saw that was organic, right? So when we went to the mystery school, we saw that was a mix of the two, meaning because instead of using technology, we use ceremony. And so every morning we wake up, we have to realize it's New Year's Day. Every morning we wake up, we have to realize it's Christmas morning. Every morning we wake up, we have to realize it's Valentine's Day. And not the one brought to us by Hallmark. I, but the one that is brought to us by our heart. And Christmas, not the one brought to us by the Coca-Cola Corporation or the Holy Roman Empire, but the one brought to us by the lineage of the Christ. And the Christ has been in a number of masters: Buddha, Vishnu, Jesus Christ, and et al. A bunch more. And those, see, Jesus isn't coming back. He never left. If he left, we've been toast, because the corporate state has been around since Samaria. Been through all of the empires: Samaria Empire, the Egyptian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Mayan Empire, the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, the Spanish Inquisition, the Anglo-American Empire, the American Empire. These are all empires of a linear experience, right? They don't exist. When you have that every time I wake up, every morning, I wake up in extraordinary pain. I have to meditate, and that gives me the great gift of understanding, wow, I am connected, really connected to love's co-creation. Because without it, I wouldn't, I'd still be in extraordinary pain. Right now, not so much, And, I have things wrong with every part of my body, but this like I said, my endocrinologist keeps telling me that, hey, this is amazing. You should be dead, but you're in pretty good health. How do you do that? My podiatrist says, how do you walk? Your feet aren't attached to your ankles. How do you do that? Right? My general doctor is always amazed that I'm in such good health. So with what I have, if I get a little cut, it should be like it, right? So there's just a little cut, and it does that, and I meditate on it, and it gets better and better, So all of these things make me be very awake, Tonight's little chat is going to be based on the little story of Buddha standing by the side of the road, and he's in meditative state. And Buddha and Jesus and Vishnu and et al. They just don't, like me. I'm like, I should meditate. Okay. No. They are in the state, in connect, vibrating with love's co-creation 24/7, right? Me, maybe 19 hours. A good 5 hours. I'm like, but because, I was working the corporate world for 10 years. working for desperate lawyers and swimming in the swimming pool of chocolate mousse, of hedonism, you know, that energetic should have killed me. It did 3 or 4 times. I had a heart attack. They brought me in the hospital. I, looked like I had a massive coronary. But once they kind of brought me back, and when you have a heart attack, it does certain things to your system and your blood and your organs, and you're never the same. And they took the blood out of me, and they did all those tests, and they said, you had a massive heart, thrombosis. We wanted to cut you up and do all kinds of things. But we did, after you came back and you stabilized, we weren't going to do it right then and there. And then we did all the tests. You didn't have a heart attack. We don't understand that, you know. That's because once I came back, I said, oops, sorry. I'll get back. I'll be a good boy. I'll get back on the stick. Anyway, the story of Buddha. He's on the side of the road. He is like vibrating in luminescence of love's co-creation. A mud puppet, like Homer Simpson, just a little bit awake, sees Buddha and go, whoa. He goes up, tugs on his toga, and Buddha's there meditating, and he kind of opens his eyes and goes, yes. And the guy goes, so are you God? And Buddha goes, no. Well, what are you? Buddha replies, I am awake. Just as I said that, the counter turned to 12 minutes and 12 seconds. And just as I turned to 12 minutes and 21 seconds. So, everything is connected. We're never alone. Everyone out there and in here is all our relations, You have a whole community, in the movie Men in Black. They go to the locker at Penn Station, open it up, and there's a whole world in the friggin' locker, right? Hell! Right. And we have a whole community in our gut. Millions of little creatures that have consciousness. And when people talk about their gut feeling, think about my gut, right? Well, that's what you should be doing. But you need to be praying to love's co-creation through your consciousness and your conscious record to your gut. You do that, you are, connected. If you don't, mishaps are highly probable, right? To, break that pattern of your anchor being holding you aground, you have to ask your Father, meaning love's co-creation, and bring that prana into your body and energetically, manifest it. So here we are, and we are going to do this right here in IHOP, right? And come join with me and breathe. And I want to spread the field. See how it kind of glows around me? I'm going to spread it out to everyone here. There's probably, 40 people here, right? Breathing that 20% in. Good. Focusing your conscious mind on your breath. You're quieting the little chipmunk in your head. Your eyes are closed. And you see the prana going through your body, energizing every cell, energizing the mitochondria. You see little lightning bolts over every cell of your body, healing every cell. So whatever aches or pains, whatever sore throat, whatever malady you have, feel that connection, feel that healing, right? And then push it out to all around you, in your house, in your aura, in your office, on the bus, Push it out. In your town, in your state, in your country, push it out. See it clearly. Now you're projecting that light from your imaginary mirror. It energized every cell of your body, and you are pushing it out into your subconscious mind, not the boogeyman. It's your Akashic record. It's your library. See it clearly. You walk in to your library. To your left is your librarian, your animal totem, your guardian angel. See it clearly. And you're doing that in co-creation with love, with the Father, the prana force, and the grounding with your mother, the chi of the earth. And our planet Earth is special. Why are all these, everybody here? Why are people, doing these weird experiments? Why are we manufactured? Why is all of this stuff going? Why is our history a mystery to us? Why are we always lied to? Because Gaia, Mother Earth, which is part of that connection of the creative force of light and dark and chaos, is here for us. Now feel that. Feel Mother Earth entering into your every cell. You're grounding all of the prana into that. And you sit down at your reading table, and your librarian brings your Akashic record to you, and you open it up, and you take your right hand and you put it on the right page. You take your left hand, put it on that, and you lean into your Akashic record, and you empty all the negative energy you have, all the frustration, all the fear, all the anxiety, all the hate. Put it in there, let it go, see it clearly. And that field of your guides that are around you now and love's co-creation is like a ball of light, and it's expanding out to the totality of the universe. And see yourself connected with all, whatever race is out there, and there's zillions of them, right? See yourself connected with all the little biome in your gut, right? And there's billions of them. See it clearly. And I want you to take this feeling and call up other of your cadre in your neighborhood, right? Say, hey, this is Guy, Sensei Al-Bab, on Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al-Bab. And he does the evening chat, 7 p.m. Eastern Central Time in the United States. And, whatever time zone you're in, because you guys are all over the place, bring a group together in your house or go to somebody's house and watch the chat on your... I don't have a laptop, I don't have a desktop, I don't have any of that. I realized that to do these chats, to really do them, you need a computer, because without the computer, you can't get that other side. Because I see, by watching the chat that you put down here, that you're talking with lots of other people. And a number of you communicated to me that, the viewership of this is a lot larger than what, like right now it says there's 3 people watching. But I've been told that virtually the viewership is like, 40, 50, 80% more. So if I see that there's 30 people watching, there's actually 80 people watching or 110 people watching. And so we have to, just like you're visualizing this energetic ball going out, we have to do that because, see, this is way more powerful than any political movement, any military movement, anything. And it's a lot more interesting and fun. And it gets you, my cadre, my adepts, realizing that you are greater than something small. You are part of something big. All our relations, we are part of all our relations. And yes, individually, yeah, metadata lies, Well, anything from the illusion is a lie. So I take everything with a grain of salt, and I constantly tell you, my cadre here, don't even trust me. What does your gut tell you? You know. So I'm a griot. So I go on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, like, last night we went on for like 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds, right? I can go on. And that's because before I do this, I go into a shamanic state, you know, and I think about what I want to talk about. And I just, write it down. Whatever pops into my mind, I write it down, right? No rhyme or reason, just, it comes in. They call it channeling, right? Now, autonomic writing is a different thing because that's when you're like actually writing a cohesive sentence. So if you go to my blogspot, xratted.blogspot.com, you will see autonomic writing. That's what it is. And that's just one novel, and that's really only 3/4 of that novel. I didn't put the other 25% in there because I didn't want to overdo it. And I have 26 other novels. I have about 80 short stories, and I have about 300 what I call white papers. They are theses of things I wrote for, the powers that shouldn't be when I was, a scholar in the university scene. Hey, what do you think of this? Why don't you mull it over and write an outline and send us back, and then we'll take it from there, and then we'll give you little things that we want you to look at. And basically, they that I could basically, be the pay-per-view of the future because to look trends, and that I had like a remote viewing characteristic, but that was more like autonomic writing. So I didn't fit into their box, but they could appreciate and forays and etc. Yep. So tonight, I kind of want you to, if each one of you folks who are on the chats in a regular way and watch this in a regular way, get 5, 6, 10, however many, two, because when more than one are together in love's name, something great occurs, right? So we can get, and that if they were just communicating with you, while they're watching it, and then maybe if they wanted to join the chat, the more we can build this community and this conversation and build it in quality rather than quantity, So let's see, it's 24 right now. So yesterday, New Year's Day, I went over to a friend, had a nice little brunch. Then we went and saw a movie called Vice, which is the story of Dick Cheney. Very interesting story, because it wasn't like, Michael Moore liberal bashing. It was a very interesting story. Yes, it had a liberal taste, because how could it not? But it showed Dick Cheney, and how he got seduced. He was obviously a sensitive person, because in his young days, all he did was drink and fight. And he had a real conflict inside him, because he loved his Janie. And she was a driven woman, because her father was a drunk and her mother was getting beat up, and she was going to have it, right? And because she was a woman in the 40s and 50s and 60s, she was never going to be a senator. She was never going to be the powerful person that she was, right? So she picks a guy, and she, behind every great man, there's a greater woman. And she's like, but he's a drunk. And she goes, listen, I'm out of here. I don't have to. I got you to Princeton, and what'd you do? You got someone out for being drunk. I have to go to community college, but there's smart and rich people there. And, if you can't hack it, buddy, I'm out of here. Anyway, that gives him coming to Jesus, and so he gets into politics. He the story's told very interesting how he gets brought in and corrupted, right? And and the story. So I'm not going to tell the movie because it's a great movie. You should go see it because it really shows his humanity, his sweetness. You know, he loves his daughter, and when his daughter comes out, like in the '60s or '70s, when it's inappropriate for his political, he wanted to be president. Not going to happen. They go after his daughter, hook and nail, and so he doesn't do it because and he always supports her. Like when she comes out, she's scared that they're going to throw her out, but he basically says, no, honey, we're with you no matter what. And he was. So that's an interesting thing. And he keeps having heart attacks. What does that mean? I mean, I know I can only speak from my experience of a heart attack. That came from having a broken heart, from, being pushed into places where my heart didn't want to go, which is the CPU. So it breaks down. But, I didn't kind of have the heart attacks. I mean, he just would go, oh, well, you got to take me to the hospital. I'm having a heart attack. No, so, I mean, that's how many heart attacks he had. So, but the really interesting thing, so they show that when W goes into, when 9/11 happens, and they show how it was orchestrated, that they use, as I forgot what it, well, shamanically he's right, but politically it's like, oh my God. So every catastrophe they had, they used, Katrina catastrophe. They made it worse so they could break the political backbone of that neck of the woods, and take FEMA had no idea where anybody was, but Remax Realty sure did. They would find you in Texas and go, hey, here's your house totally destroyed. We'll give you 20 grand for it, okay? Those people were desperate. They had no money. The government wasn't helping them. So they took the 20 grand. So now, if you have you ever been to New Orleans before pre Katrina, and now it's night and day because it's being bought up and gentrified and basically going to be turned into the next Las Vegas. And also the next big free land space of global trade and sale of narcotics. So anyway, we're going down in folk. Everyone's kind of probably having to go up to work who was watching. So I'm going to bail at 30:30, which is in a couple minutes. So tonight, 7 p.m. my time, get as many people to come watch and be part of this. Because once in your little community, if you get people to watch it or watch it afterwards on the YouTube, and that they can connect, this is when you build that fiber in your neighborhood. And you're not going to become the next Democratic Party or whatever. No, you're not going to become the Green Party or this party. No. You are all your relationships, and you are going to heal your community by your example, by your day-to-day, what you do every day. No matter whether you were a scumbag yesterday, you can be an angel today. Right? And it's what you do in that moment, right here and right now, that makes the difference. Right? And that's why Jesus never left. He's been here, being Jesus. I've met him many times in many different people. It's a energetic thing that you can be taken by, and people do. Anyway, so there it is, 30:07, 8, 9. So I love you guys. You have a great day. Stay well, and I'll see you tonight. Okay. 30. Remember, you can send me money by Western Union to Al. The dude Wake 42, and send me that tracking number, and whatever gifts you can send me will be greatly appreciated. And all the gifts that have been sent to me, I truly love you guys for. You're the best. I love you. You're all my relations. You're my cadre of adepts. Okay. Do 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 do. You know, 31 minutes and 15, 16, 17. I love you guys. Have a great day, great night, whatever you're doing at this minute. Remember, in every day and every way, take the peace of the earth and make it stronger. I love you guys. Have a good day.